You ever been on a plane and thought, this is nice, but if only I was outside this plane, hurling towards the unforgiving ground at terminal velocity? No? You never thought that? Crazy. Me neither. But, I guess fun flies when you're doing time, because 1 minute you're laughing with your friends, telling jokes, getting a pineapple from a local gas station, and before you know it, boom! You find yourself in this situation. A couple of videos ago, I said that this was a story for another time. And as it turns out, this is that time. So a few years back, I was visiting one of my best friends, William, for a few weeks to do some miscellaneous hangy outy things. Have a chill time. But if y'all know Will from that other video, you know that he had, some other plans. And I mean he was cooking up something devious. So when I came to visit, I got to his place kinda late, and for the next few weeks, I'm staying on his couch. So I'm getting cozy, about to go to sleep, when I see Will acting all strange, like he's hiding something. He keeps grabbing like swimming stuff and goggles from different places in his house, and then going into his room. Hey bro, you going swimming or something? No? I mean, maybe? Yeah, something was definitely wrong. Hey, you brought swim trunks in your suitcase, and you got shoes with laces, right? I think so? Dope! Something was definitely off about him that day. But, I shrugged it off and I went to sleep because he said he likes to get up early to go work out. And it was already after midnight. Yo, good morning, bro. Is it morning? Something like that. Here, let me open the curtains for you. What the? Dude, how early is it? Don't worry about it. Just pack your suitcase. Pack my what? Come on, man, pack your case. I would, but I never got the chance to unpack it. I don't care. Bring it upstairs. This dude has me load my unpacked suitcase into his car before the sun has even come up and we start driving. Do I at least get to know where we're going? Nope. Alright, I don't know what's happening, but I'm here for it. Hope you brought some tank tops though, because I hear Hawaii is super warm this time of year. Don't be joshing with me right now. Are we going to Hawaii? Haha, well, it was supposed to be a surprise. Dude, are you serious? There's no way! I am so unbelievably excited. We get to the airport, I get the absolute breakfast of champions from a kiosk, and we fly out. I'm thinking, there is no way we are going to one of my dream vacation bucket list spots. Dude, is this real? Are we actually going to Hawaii? You know it, one of the most beautiful places on Earth. Totally off topic, but could you imagine something happened and you had to, jump out of this plane? Oh man, that would be insane. It would probably be so cool for the first few seconds, and then reality would set in and I'd probably pee my pants. Oh yeah, dude, same. Crazy. Guess we'll never know. Why do you ask? No reason, just trying to make conversation. Would you two like bags of peanuts? Oh, sure. Hey, could I get a small cup of water as well? Oh, no, sir. This is Frontier. A bottle of water is $7. Oh, let me see. I only have 5. Oh, well, that's too bad. Guess you'll just have to starve of dehydration like everyone else until we land, okay? Hi there. Would you like a bag of peanuts? Water. No, I'm sorry. So we land. We scramble for the water fountain, and just walking out of the airport is one of the most beautiful views I had ever seen. Dude, I cannot believe we are actually here. Oh yeah, man, crazy how the whole island is in full view from up here. You could say it's all in plain sight. Just makes you wanna jump for joy out of the sheer plainness of this gorgeous sight. You know, I'm glad I got my pair of shoes here so I can jump for joy out of this plain sight. Really let my eyes dive into the sky with my pair of shoes on so I don't hurt my feet when I land. From jumping out of this plain sight, we finally get to the hotel that night and hit the sack. But guys, I have to tell you something. I actually lied in my other video about this trip. About, the order of certain events. Because, you know, I didn't want to spoil everything. So the first morning we had in Hawaii, we actually didn't, hang out with the sea puppies, but rather Will woke me up pretty early again. He apparently loves to do that. And he asked me one question. Hey, Boards, yes or no? I thought he meant breakfast, so I said yes. And before I knew it, we were in a rental car, driving for a suspiciously long time. Are we going to get breakfast? I'm not too sure if you're going to want to eat before this. Can we at least stop at like a gas station for a snack or something? So thankfully, we stopped at a Go and Go. Grabbed an entire whole pineapple. And we're back on the road. I just realized we don't have a knife, so I have no idea what I'm gonna do with this. Whoa, check that guy out! Dude, a guy parachuting! Oh, that is so sick! What the heck? Bro, did you see that? What's so funny? Dude? Yeah, what's up? Where are we going? Nowhere in particular. Why do you ask? You know, because it kind of feels like we're going somewhere. Are we doing what I think we're doing? Oh, look at that! We're here! Quick, grab the pineapple! You know, I never put it down! I don't care! Grab it and come here! It's just you and me, buddy. I don't know what's going on, but let's do this. Wait, dude, come on, hold up. Hi, how can I help you? And I look up to see a big sign that says skydiving. And there was also a gift shop, which was chock full of storyboards merch. That's so weird. Normally that's in a link in the description full of limited edition OG storyboards designs. It's so weird that you'd see those in the skydiving gift shop. But anyway, I'm looking up at this sign and I am petrified. Hey there, we actually brought a gift for you guys. Here you go. My pineapple. Oh, wow, thank you. Pineapples are my favorite. You must be William. Party of two? Yep, that's us. Awesome, you'll go right over there and Jenny will have you guys seated, okay? Enjoy. Thanks. And for a split second, I thought, ha, okay, I get it. It's like a skydiving themed restaurant or something. We're not actually going skydiving, we're getting breakfast. That's why he didn't want me to eat before this. Silly Boards. What an active imagination. Then I found out that getting seated also meant getting suited up with skydiving gear. Everything started happening so fast. Are we really going skydiving? And before I knew it, I was geared up and ready to go, and my pineapple. It hadn't fully registered what we were about to do, so I was just going with the flow, not really knowing what would happen next. And then we stepped on the plane. We're obviously going tandem because I don't want to die today. So I got really snug with my instructor guy. You're pretty good at this to be an instructor, huh? Yeah, I mean, I'm alright. What, was that like a modest I'm alright? Or do you really mean that you're actually just okay at this? Dude, are you ready for this? I'm gonna be honest. No. Yeah, dude, me neither. I'm just glad I went number 2 before this. I am also glad he went number 2 before this. We got insanely high up in the air. And it was around now that the realization started setting in. I'm not gonna be in this plane for much longer. Because in about 30 seconds, me and this guy, who's hopefully being very modest about his skill level, are about to be outside of this plane. All right, boards, are you ready to skydive? Me? Go first? Yep, here we go. We stepped up to the edge of the plane, overlooking the entirety of the island of Oahu, and the whole thing was in plain sight. Oh my gosh, I get it now. But I looked down, and my stomach was in my throat. I don't know if my heart has ever beaten that fast in my life. I was so mentally outside of my body. Will yelled at me from the back of the plane. God bless you, bro. You're gonna need it. And I just went, all right. And my instructor guy's like, all right, boards, on 3, you ready? Okay. 3! My feet left the plane. There was now nothing tethering me to anything except for my hopefully modest skydiving instructor. I have never experienced anything like this. I was simultaneously processing the fact that I was hurling towards the earth at around 120 miles an hour, while also experiencing the breathtaking, in-person, not through a window view of the entire island of Oahu. And just as I thought it couldn't get any crazier than literally free-falling, my humble instructor just slightly lifted his arm. Which, normally isn't a big deal unless you're Elon Musk, but come find out, it's actually a super big deal when your arms are the only thing stabilizing your freefall. Because we start spinning. This ain't the teacups, dude. We are like a Beyblade, fresh off the ripcord, spinning so fast at 10,000 feet in the air, I had some extra room in the top of my harness, which normally would be terrifying, except for the fact that my bottom half picked up all the slack, so I wasn't going nowhere. And just when I thought it couldn't ride up any further, he pulled the parachute. And you know when I said on the plane earlier that jumping out of a plane probably starts off really cool and then ends up insanely scary? Well, I was completely wrong about that. Because what started as probably the most terrifying moment of my life quickly became one of the best core memories I have ever had. Because of the view, the immense pain, and the absolute peacefulness and serenity of gliding around in the air over one of the most beautiful islands I've ever seen. It was so exhilarating, and then so quiet. It was one of the most beautiful things I had ever seen, second only to my wife coming down the aisle. I have to say that so I don't get in trouble. We are literally flying around, halfway over this beautiful island in the ocean, and at that moment, God was like, let me just add a little sprinkle of my glorious creation. Because I looked down and saw a whale breach out in the ocean from like 1,000 feet in the air. And the peaceful serenity was only broken by one thing. Will. My balls! We finally landed, and I'm not even kidding when I say I felt like a changed man. Because that was literally one of the coolest things I had ever done in my life. So we treated ourselves to some merch at the gift shop for being such brave boys. I mean men. But apparently jumping out of a plane was only the beginning of the insanity on this trip. Because it turns out Will had a couple more, surprises. I highly recommend checking out that video because it was insane. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and as always, thank you all so much for watching.